I'm Frank Sepe for NPC News Online at the IFBB Pittsburgh Championships. And I'm standing here with Chris Powell, transformation specialist on ABC's Extreme Weight Loss Show. That's a tongue twister, right?
It is a bit of a tongue twister.
So you're here today competing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, this is our second NPC show. My wife, she actually talked me into doing this last year. And, you know, she's always said that she wanted to do the bikini category. I was like, well, you know, if you're going to do it, I'll do it with you. I jumped into it, and I've had a blast with the whole body transformation. I mean, it's just been spectacular.
I think it's great because clients obviously look to their trainers, you know, for inspiration. And for you to do a show like this, you know, just inspires them that much more. What motivated you to get in this kind of condition? Because people out there don't realize, like, there's condition and then there's this condition. Show them your abs.
Oh, boy.
That's condition, yeah. So what motivated you to do the show?
You know, my wife and I, we've been talking the talk for 5 or 6 years. I mean, helping our people through extreme weight loss. We're talking, you know, 200 pounds lost in a year. And we just figured, you know what, we've been talking the talk for a long time. It's time to walk the walk. And more than anything, honestly, they inspired us. And believe it or not, so I got a little story for you. A year ago, we were at one of our finales. And a couple of the individuals that we helped transform, they said, you know what, Chris, Heidi, we want to call you guys up on stage. So they called us up on stage and they said, we are going to be doing a physique competition and we're challenging you to do one too.
Nice.
And we're standing there in front of a couple hundred people at a finale, you know, and we just said, you know what? Okay, we're in. And so it was that final little nudge. That's all it took, and you know what? We're hooked. And so after last year's show, I mean, my wife and I, we just thought, that was phenomenal. I'm loving this transformation. I mean, it's so cool to take control of your body because, you know what? It's such an incredible machine. We can do anything with it.
What type of hurdles did you have, like, getting ready for this show? Because obviously you're a master at helping your clients get over those obstacles in order to achieve, you know, the shape that they set out to get. But what obstacles did you know, what was the hardest thing about getting ready for the show?
You know, I got to say, some of the low-carb days, you know, I carb cycled down into this, and I started about 2.5 months out, and so I gave myself a good 10 weeks, 12 weeks to prep for this. And so, but the good part was that I enjoyed the food, believe it or not. The food is delicious, but when I cut those carbs, energy levels dropped a little bit. And you know, we've got 4 kids, and so when those energy levels drop on those low carb days, the kids know, steer clear of Dad, you know, near the end of the day, because my temper goes from there to about there, you know.
On those days, the clients are doing an extra 200 push-ups and.
Yeah. Yeah, right, exactly.
So 4 kids. Now, I don't know if you've seen his wife, but we're going to bring Heidi out here too. You got to see her with 4 kids.
You got to see her abs too. It's phenomenal.
Is this your second wife, or is this the 4 kids?
all 4 of them right here.
Well, thank you so much. All 4 kids, yeah. So wait, what are we asking?
Show Frank the abs. That's what we want to see.
I mean, right
Show
now
him
I'm
the abs.
full. I haven't competed yet, but
It's full.
I am. But yes, 4 kids.
4 kids. So what's people going to want to know? What's your secret? Everyone's like, you know, one of the biggest excuses people make is that I have kids. I don't have time. You know, there's cookies in the house. You know, I can't find the time. I can't get in shape. What's your secret?
Honestly, the secret is I make time wherever I can. And I don't necessarily go to the gym for an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time. I do what I can, when I can, and I have to be okay with the fact that I have 8 things going on or more, and I just balance the best that I possibly can. And believe it or not, I don't deprive myself. That's one thing I learned. If I set myself up for failure by saying, I can't have this, I can't have this, I can't have this, there's no way I'm going to make it. I allow myself little rewards. I give myself permission to kind of just be as good as I possibly can and not live up to that perfection level, and it all works out. It really does.
So now, a lot of husband and wives can't wait to leave the house and not see each other. How did you guys work out together? I'll start with you. Did you train?
Well, yeah. In fact, our very first date was a workout, and so we kind of set the foundation for everything. But then on top of that, I mean, Heidi's been working with me on the show. She's been behind the scenes since season 1, and since the last 2 seasons, we've actually co-hosted it together. So we're together all the time.
So
She's
basically,
my best friend.
We don't get a break from each other, is what he's saying. But I'm okay with it because he's like kind of hot, and he's amazing, and he has a brain.
Oh, babe.
I'm going to kill you for that chicken breast.
Yeah,
it's
right.
mine.
Well, actually, I heard him talking about his low carb days, and he was not kidding you. He gets really hangry.
This is true.
So those are the days he's like, that's my rice cake. And I'm like, ah!
And you know what? In fact, we got into it a little bit today because I actually ate all the rice. And so right after this, I promised her I'm going to go to the grocery store and buy her some more rice because she's up for prejudging tomorrow. And so I owe her a bag of rice.
But then in typical Heidi fashion, I did it myself. When you were backstage,
really?
I did. Yeah, so we're good. We got it. I got it all under
That's
control.
why this woman is so amazing.
Well, you know what? I love to see, like, especially trainers and, you know, who talk the talk, walk the walk, you know, and you guys look phenomenal, you know. I think you're never too old to, you know, to get better and to, you know, people say, well, I'm too old, I can't start, you know, I'm 25. I can't get it going, but you guys look phenomenal. How can people get in touch with you through social media?
Well, our Twitter and Instagram, Facebook handles, I'm Real Chris Powell, she's Real Heidi Powell.
Yes.
We love getting messages from all of our fans. And I tell you what, you know, going back to what you're just saying, our mantra really is the journey never ends.
Yeah.
And so this has been an incredible journey. We're certainly not done here. This has been a lot of fun, but it's really all about challenging yourself. And I tell you what, if we play our cards right, I hope to be doing this for 60 more years.
True. Very, very, very true. And I have to, just to chime in a little bit on what you were saying earlier, being in this industry, having now competing in bodybuilding, bikini, it's hands down been amazing to see what my body's capable of after 4 kids and feeding it the right way and working it out, exercising the right way. It's incredible. And I'm getting older. I'm almost 35. And it's awesome to feel better at 34 and a half than I did in my 20s. It's never too
Best shape of your life, right?
Best shape of my life. And I feel like I still have so many more years to get in even better shape.
What piece of advice would you give people out there who, you know, they're looking at you right now, and hopefully a husband and wife saying, I want to get in the shape that they are, and what piece of advice would you get to get started?
It's that single step. It is always the hardest step, but I got to tell you, make one small commitment to yourself, whether it's drink a gallon of water a day, maybe it's just remove soda from lunch, or maybe it's eat breakfast, whatever that might be. Make that one commitment and keep it to yourself. And over time, once you know without a shadow of a doubt you can keep that, make another commitment and make another commitment. And before you know it, I know a lot of times you'll see these individuals, you think, I could never get there. I used to think that years ago. I totally used to think that. All the folks that we work with, they think the same thing. They're looking at the mountain and they think, I'll never make it to the top. But it's our job, and of course we were just saying, like, we talk the talk and we walk the walk also, to take those single steps, and step after step after step. After a while you stop and you turn around and you go, wow, what a view. This has been it's been remarkable, and oh my gosh, there's the top, I'm gonna get there.
I know it's a cliche, but we always say it's not a marathon, it's a sprint, especially when it comes to, you know, the hardest thing in the world to do is to get in shape. Especially, you know, I always say to people, the hardest journey in the world, the longest journey in the world is from the couch to in front of the TV to actually do something. You know?
Well, that's why it's so important to set a goal. Yeah. And these competitions are Chris's and my goal. They really are. So they keep us, we don't do it to get on stage and to try to win. We do it to compete against ourselves and to try and be better this competition than we were in the last.
Speak for yourself. I want my pro card.
He wants to win.
I'm going for my pro card.
Well, me too. But in reality, we've always told our people, the people that we work with on the show, we say, set a goal. So you're constantly striving to be a better version of yourself today than you were yesterday. And that's what this is for us. This is a goal. This is something to make ourselves the best possible version of ourselves.
Well, you both look phenomenal. Let's see the husband-wife ab shot. You guys look great. And thank you for taking the time to talk with us. We appreciate it. And when's the show on?
Oh gosh, well right now it's
yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's re-airing on TLC right now, and so you can see all 5 seasons. They're gonna be airing all the way through, and we're working on a really cool new project right now. So we can't talk about it, but stay tuned. It's gonna be epic.
Yes, we are.
Is it going to be IFBB Pro Chris Powell presents?
Well, that's what we're
I hope so.
hoping. And then we're hoping that there's an IFBB Pro Heidi Powell in there too.
I'm going for my pro card July 22nd, right here in Pittsburgh. Actually, I'll be back.
Do you guys have a bet if one becomes a pro and one doesn't?
You know, I try not to be competitive.
That's a good idea. I hadn't even thought about that yet.
But let's not. I mean, we're together so much. Let's keep the peace.
True. We'll keep the peace, Frank.
I will say he's gonna get his pro card. He's amazing. I'm
Yeah,
happy
she's
for
gonna
him.
get a pro card.
You're very
Let's
sweet,
not stir up the hornet's nest.
They're both amazing. All right, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My friend.